Hey Cajun family, and welcome back. This week we decided we're going to change it up a little bit and we're going to run some
Pex-b.
Now of course we are going to do just a little bit of electrical. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of electrical while somebody's at work.
That's right. So a week or so ago we got the PEX pipe stretched out, allowing it to relax, and this week we're going to start installing it in at least all of our exterior walls. Continue the efforts to try to get this thing insulated.
So we're going to start in our master bathroom. Now last week we asked y'all if y'all would comment any helpful tips on this PEX, and it was very, very informative. So if y'all have any more tips, please keep them coming.
We're going to be installing Pex-a pipe. We're going to transition from PVC to PEX using sharp bite fittings. So like she said, to reiterate, if y'all have any helpful tips, just drop them down in the comments and let us know.
Okay, so I did a little bit of my own research whenever it came to learning about this PEX.
Oh, here comes the fun facts.
So there was a German scientist who actually invented PEX. Thomas Engel was his name. So Thomas Engel actually created PEX pipe in like 1968. And it actually has been used in Europe since the 80s. And it just like started to get more popular in the United States more recently. But the US has different standards than Europe does, so that's why it has become more popular recently.
I mean, everybody knows that it's cross-linked polyethylene.
Do they?
Yeah, it's part of the extrusion process.
And also, one more fun fact for you. Did you know that there's like Pex-a, Pex-b, and Pex-c?
I did not know that.
Pex-c is prone to cracking, and it's cheaper.
Now that she's put you all to sleep, let's get to this stuff.
So don't buy Pex-c. Not sponsored. Let's go. Also, we want to throw in there real quick, y'all. The link is going to be right here, and it's also going to be in the description for our merch page, so you can be entered in the
Independence Day giveaway. You have until 11 o'clock on Independence Day, the 4th of July, to get your orders in. Each order equals an enter into the drawing for a 1,077-inch upright smoker Pit Boss pellet grill.
You would have been a good sis. They're going to reach out to you.
No, I didn't. When I said pellet grill, I meant pellet smoker. I can't wait to see how much whoever wins this thing enjoys it. It's so exciting for me, for y'all. So this is where our water service is coming into the house. We have it reinforced here with this block. Won't move. This is a short bite connection that we have bushing down to go into this PVC. So our PEX should snap into here and we can make the transition. So the rest of the house will be running PEX pipe. We won't have any more PVC than this right here.
We're going to start by laying out all the fittings and kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like to tie in these two sinks and this toilet. You're in a work mode, aren't you?
I am. I'm ready to go.
You use the word faucet instead of Tom and Betty or Jack and Jill faucets.
I have also made a plug. This is a Tata plug. Ordinary paper towel to some.
Tata Hootis.
That's a Tata plug. Hootis is a completely different thing. The Tata plug is a plug that you put in your pipe when you don't want any Tatas crawling in there.
Okay, so I can't invent any Hootises?
Oh yeah, you can invent your own Hootis, but I invented the Tata plug.
It's a Tata plug Hootis.
It's a Tata plug in the Hootis.
In case anybody's wondering, we have looked up about 5 times, and the cold water is on the right. If we are wrong, don't tell us.
We cannot be the only people that has to be curious about which side is the hot and which side is the cold. I mean, I was honestly today years old whenever I really knew for 100% fact that the cold water is on the right. And that's just because I asked Uncle Google like multiple times because I couldn't remember. But yes, you're right. The hot is on the right. See? Hot is on the left and the cold is on the right.
On the left.
Okay. So when you hold up your left hand, you'll notice that it makes a little L.
For Lydia.
Yeah, or left, whichever one.
Hot.
There is nothing on the right hand that represents cold water. I guess you could do it like this, but it'd be backwards.
Okay, so now that we have established that the cold is on the what class?
On the right.
we are gonna start figuring out where we wanna lay that. We're gonna go ahead and do the blue, which is the cold, run that Pex first.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out how to lay this out to put the least amount of fittings. And you'd want this to come out at the same exact place on both sides of under the sink, you know, at the same elevation. That would be nice and neat. But I really can't think of any reason that would have to be, because we're gonna have flexible lines going from the valves to the faucets. So in order to save fittings, we're gonna put one on this elevation at about 20 inches. That'll be the cold. And then we're gonna put the next one in slightly above that at probably 22 inches. That way we'll eliminate one fitting, at least a 90. And that's my plan, I'm sticking to it. I'm sure we'll get roasted in the comments. You should have that at the same elevation, because Theodore Roosevelt said one time before he ate dinner that, hey, this PEX pipe should have came out at the same exact place, and one's higher than the other.
I bet that he was right too.
He probably was. Yeah, there's gonna be somebody in there that's a smarter that'll probably be like, hey, the code's really on the left. So you almost messed it up again.
You know what? That sounds like a job for Jimbo from Australia.
Keep it straight, Jimbo. Keep Jimbo straight, Jimbo.
Smurf tears. Some wise man told me that this was made out of Smurf tears. Dehydrated Smurf tears.
Yeah. Don't tell everybody you know that's a secret. Lydia's gonna go ahead and fill up this chalk box. That way we can pop a line all the way across this wall where we need it. We won't have to measure each stud.
Okay. Dehydrated Smurf tears are in full action here. And somebody made a mess. So after all that hard work, we decided that we're gonna go ahead and call that a night. It is actually getting pretty late, and I'm just gonna go ahead and drill all these holes tomorrow. That way we're not gonna waste any time, and we can focus on just going ahead and running all this pipe. That pipe, you know, that was created in 1968. You know, the one that has 3 types. You know, the one that like is the most flexible. You know what I'm talking about, Jim?
Yeah, I think that's that cross-linked polyethylene.
Jim ate a bug. So pardon the way that he sounds. That's also the other reason that we're going to have to stop videoing tonight, because he cannot get with it. So check back tomorrow and hopefully nobody swallows any bugs.
I'm pretty sure that thing had a stinger.
It must have, and it must have got your throat.
I cannot get it out.
So as y'all know, Jim and I love to go fishing. And of course, working on this house takes up so much of our time that we don't get to go as much as we like. So whenever I have just a spare few minutes, I get on my phone and I start playing my Fishing Clash. With Fishing Clash, I can travel all over the world to fish in the comfort of my home. So no need to get the boat loaded, just break your phone out and right there is your favorite hobby. There are even weekly competitions you can participate in to show off all of your skills. You can upgrade your rod and lures to make sure you're able to pull the biggest fish and beat all of your friends. So starting on the 4th of July, there's going to be a special game that is dedicated to Independence Day. During this week for Independence Day, they're going to do tons of different games and competitions, so every time that you log on to play, there's going to be something new for y'all to do. As a new player, your screen is going to start out in Florida. Beautiful view. You're going to start out by catching lots of fish, and if you get lucky, you're even going to catch one of the Founding Fathers' signatures. So with those signatures, you want to try and catch them all, and on top of that, there's going to be even more special things that are going to be going on this week, and y'all just going to have to download the game to find out. Use our gift code COUNTRY to get a special reward for the total value of $20. And this is available to new players only. So with our gift card, you get a 3-star rod, you get 1 mythical lure, 50 lucky power-ups, and 30 weight power-ups to help catch bigger fish. So y'all download Fishing Clash. You can play with your friends and family, and heck, even find me on there. Y'all make sure to download the game using our link in the description. This is one of the most realistic games that I have ever played, and that is actually out there whenever it comes to any type of mobile game on your phone. So thank you, Fishing Clash, for sponsoring this week's video, and y'all throw some lines in.
looking up at a tree. I remember how it started. I was lost in a dream when the fire in my heart said an open rose. I've already found sunlight, the feeling grows, and anything sounds alright. I'm breaking loose.
We've had a really dry season, and I know y'all can probably see where the water level's down. So we actually have this pond stocked, and on top of being stocked, the cows are in here right now too. And Gus. So the water level is dropping drastically, so I needed to do something and get some water going in here. So we're gonna let this run for a few hours and come back and see where it's at.
Start a new chapter. Ignore the tears and only write down the laughter. An open rose. I've already found sunlight, the feeling grows.
All right, well, y'all are used to me running this electrical while Jim's gone at work, so that is what I'm gonna be doing today. I am gonna try and get a lot of this stuff done on this east wall. Honey,
Yeah.
did you get enough stuff?
Well, I think we got enough to get us going. This is, I don't know, roughly $1 million worth. So we'll see how far that gets us. I think already I've realized that we bought a ton of this stuff, and I'm already seeing some fittings that we do not have. So we're gonna have to try to outsmart this because it takes forever to get this stuff in.
Okay, first piece of Pex going in.
Here we go.
Take one.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, what had happened was,
Oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
what had happened was, is there's a nail, of course, in this hole that it was tearing up all my bits, and then in this one, I didn't like the spot.
Oh, okay.
So I moved it. But this one, really, truly, it only goes to here. It had a nail. That's what I was going for.
I'm glad we had 3 studs there.
Right?
Thank goodness. Maybe we can fill it full of Bondo or something.
You know what? Works for me.
First piece of cold water Pex going in. Looks a little bit like a snake going through the wall, but it's fairly straight anyway. Okay, it's time to check your ears. Is that prairie dog?
It's even got a light on it.
Yep, that's right. Oh, now I don't know how to get that back.
What back?
See it spread out a little bit on the end because I pushed the trigger?
Oh.
Nah, I think we're starting to show our intelligence now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so on a real note, never used one of these before in my life. And
Me too.
so this is going to be real time. So you're going to see if we really screw this up or if it's really as easy as everybody says it is. There it goes. There it goes.
It went back?
Okay. So after it reaches its maximum stretchability, now it's retracted. Perfect. Hey, this is going to be easy. I feel it. Let's try
I
it.
sure hope so.
Let's give it a go.
You sure don't want to check my other ear? What's step one?
Okay, so the water comes into the house here. Got a lot of comments as to when we were actually building the foundation of the house and all that, is why we wasn't running the copper tubing in the slab for the water. Simple reason is for us, it really didn't make a lot of sense because we're gonna run all the water overhead. And for me, I just didn't feel that there was any value to add by running the copper tubing in the slab. I wanted it to where I could get to it to work on it.
And two, you know, obviously with us pouring a slab, that means that we didn't have a basement. So a lot of times that people run the copper is because it goes down in the basement. But we are almost at sea level. So that's why down here a lot of people actually don't have basements, which I learned whenever I came down here. I thought that was like nationwide. But it's not very common to find them down here. So anyway, that's what we're going to run it overhead.
The thought process is shark bite fitting, short piece of Pex to go into the shark bite, install this fitting here. This is going to be 3/4 inch pipe. We're going to bring it to 1/2 inch pipe, and then the 1/2 inch pipe is going to feed to our faucets and what have you. But we wanted to make sure we had the higher volume 3/4 inch trunk line supply piping to each one of these little drop offs.
Man, you sound like you know what you're talking about. Trunk line.
Yeah.
What?
A trunk line type style of header system, if you will. Large volume of water feeding into small branches off of your trunk line.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. So the first thing that we've learned already is that I don't know if every name brand of sleeve goes on this way, but these are Apollo sleeves and they will only go on one way. It will not go on that way because it's got a lip here that keeps it from going in too far. They're probably all that way, I just don't know that. So this way it slides right on. Now, we have a Milwaukee Pex pipe expansion tool. I don't really know what it is actually called. I'm sure there's a...
That was pretty close. I
Yeah.
bet it's something
You
like
got
that.
the gist of it. Anyway, we were actually, we had this on loan. Some people are kind enough to let us borrow this. I guess they felt sorry for us. So we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna keep trying it and see if we can work it down in here, and y'all just hang with us and see if this works out. Did watch a couple of YouTube videos, by the way. And that's, in theory, that's the way it's supposed to work, but I really couldn't see really clearly what they were doing. So let's see how it works. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Wanna just hold it?
Yeah, that's what the big dogs say. All you gotta do is hold it in place and let it work its magic. And look, it's already there.
So out of all those fittings, one doesn't fit in the first section that we're working on.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. You do all this research and you think you've got everything you need and the right stuff. And okay, would y'all like to see? This is 3/4 inch Pex. So I ordered a 3/4 inch shark bite connection. Sure that would leak. Oh well, we'll just continue on running the pipe, and I have to order another one.
So just like we got this blue ran, we need to run the first hot. So we're gonna grab a piece of red from over there and pull it through. here we are, back at the Box of Wonders.
As much as we paid for this, we should have enough fittings to plumb 12 houses for what this costs. It is incredibly expensive. Drop us a comment down there and let us know if Pex-a fittings are hard to come by where you live. There, that's what we need.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Well, all we gotta do is put it together. Okay, Jim left me in charge to change this tip out, put this ½ inch over here, this 3/4 on, maybe you shouldn't have. Okay, and this one, not the little one, the bigger one. Okay, he should not have left me in charge to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna expand this and I'm gonna stick this elbow in. I don't think it's in all the way. Okay, take two. He'll never know until he watches this video. Got her that time. In case y'all go to use this tool, let me show y'all. The tip of it, every time that you go to slide it in, further and further and further, you push it back and push it back. I was not doing that. So now, we have two. One correct one and one wrong one. So we're just gonna get rid of this one. And look, perfect. Like I said, Jim left me in charge to finish this up. He had to take a phone call, so man, I hope I'm doing this right. Jim and I work very, very, very well together, but the way that we envision things is two completely different ways, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So like right now, I need to envision what he's envisioning, so this is not convenient. The way that our minds think so separate is we'll think of a lot of different ways to handle one situation, which is always good to have different options. But right now, I don't think that we have different options, to be honest with you. So I am just hoping that I do this right. So I guess we're not gonna know if this is right until Jim gets back. So y'all are gonna have to tune in next week to find out how this turned out and if I did it right. Even if it's not, it looks pretty. So unless I did something wrong, I say we should leave it. Also, y'all don't forget about our giveaway. So how you get entered in is to go to our link that's gonna be in our description below. Just purchase one item from our merchandise shop and your name will automatically be entered in. Also, y'all don't forget to download the Fishing Clash so you can enjoy the 4th of July perks. And Cajun family, we'll see y'all next week.